That's how we count. I never seen that counting before. It's like a wave count. It's like
Yeah,
a
I was
wave.
doing it like, Hey,
Yeah,
look, you see, I got my nails done today. Look, and
I know.
I
It
was
looks very calm.
yeah, I was gonna do blue, like a dark blue, but then I saw the pink, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do pink,
The
and that's
pink
what.
is pretty.
Yeah, it made me feel like, you know, so a little bit relaxing. So
Yeah, like, but you don't have anything fancy on there.
no, not like I normally do I? I
No.
haven't done I haven't done anything fancy for the past three nail appointments. I don't know why. I don't know. I just been doing like the little
You didn't
you
have
see.
anything fancy the last time. I thought some
No,
consistency was there. Was
no.
it just different colors?
It was just the different colors. That's it. Nothing.
Some people would call that fancy.
Mm-mm. No. And this time I just got pink and the soft pink or chrome or whatever on this one.
The chrome, yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna do this on all of them, and then he did it on this one first, and I went, "That's enough. Just let's stay on that one."
Oh, you don't like the chrome?
I do. I liked it, but I thought it would be that's my fancy for this time. One chrome finger.
Wow, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Hmm.
Nothing too much.
Nothing, because normally I go all out with the fanciness. That's my vice is nails and coffee.
I know. That's what I was saying. It looks
Hmm.
softly like plain. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, but it's calm though, so it's all right.
yeah. I haven't had my nails done in months. I did put some press
You
on
did the press on ones, and they
when I
were
went on
so cute.
vacation. I know. I want to do some more. I keep
They
saying
were,
I'm gonna look for some more press ons. I'm lazy, but I see them online, and some of them online look really nice.
hmm
But then I think, I don't know, like, are they gonna fit? Like I like to see them in person because people make them themselves now. So like
hmm
you can get
hmm
those homemade, handmade, or whatever press-ons.
the last time we were out, we was in Maryland, and we went to the Arundel Mills Mall, and
Yeah,
they have one of those kiosks like when you're walking down the middle of the mall.
right.
And there's this one kiosk that sells like all these different types of nails, like the glue on nails or press on
Oh
nails.
yeah.
Yeah, and they're all designs, and it's you can get them sized for kids on up to adults. And my granddaughter Malia is the one who pointed it out to me, and she got some, and they were super super cute. And so when you're there though, and you can point them out, you can actually kind of put them up against your fingers and see if they fit.
What
So
is expensive?
no more
Like
than,
$20, less than that.
yeah, like that, like between 50 and 25, depending on the design. Because some of them was like really designed, they're like gaudy, you know what I mean? And then
Mm,
some were simpler, some were like Hello Kitty, like kids and stuff.
yeah.
But it was really, really cute, Kimmy. So next time
Did
you're
she,
in
and
that
you bought
area,
them?
she bought them. We bought her the kid ones. I think she got Hello Kitty or
But she hasn't used them,
yeah, she has that because that was a few months ago, maybe a month or two ago.
and they were easy to use and everything.
Super easy to use. Super easy.
Okay, you
Next
got
time
me.
you're out there, you should go by there and try it. You would
Yeah,
like it.
I'm gonna
Mm.
have to do it because I feel like my nails need a little like zhuzhing.
A little zhuzhin.
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
a little bit, just a little bit of zhuzh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
not too
But,
much.
your nails don't look bad. Like I don't even know what my nails look without them being done.
Well, I mean, the challenge though is when I do those. My challenge is the glue. Like I used to like the what is it? Not the OPI, the Express. No, the Kiss nails. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
Kiss.
Mm-hmm.
That has the ones that had the little pads on
Just
them.
yeah, you could just do the
You
stick
just take
thing.
them off, and they actually used to work. Like they would last like a good week.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's hard to find them. Now it's mostly just the glue. And
Yeah.
so my challenge with the glue is like trying to get the glue off where it doesn't really pull my nail off because it will make it weak, and then it
Of
just takes
course.
some time for it to like grow out. Like
Mm-hmm.
one is looking like it's about to break right now, actually. So that's the challenge with those. But it's the same thing with the gel because then you got to put the gel on, and then you
Mm-hmm.
got to take
Mm-hmm.
that off, properly, or else that'll tear your nails.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. This is leading to our soft life, Denise.
Soft life.
Like
That's
what we would think the
part
soft
of
life.
that's
Yeah.
a part of my soft life, just getting my nails done. And you know how I am about my anxiety, so I always try to I found this nail tech that really works with me, and he'll come in like an hour before the store actually opens,
Mhm.
and he'll do my nails. So like the store opens at 10. He's even allowed me to come at like 8:30 before the store opens, and he'll do my nails for me so I don't have to deal with a crowd of people, a lot of people. So God has been so good for me, and I feel like that's a part of my soft life, finding. And I also tip him well for doing that for me.
Right,
And
right.
and
Changing his hours.
yes, yep. Or either he'll stay late after it closes, like they close at like 7. He'll stay to like 8:30 or something.
Mhm.
Um, I just feel like God has been so good to me, for me to find those type of people in my life that doesn't judge me for my little quirks, and they kind of work with me. Of course, I compensate, but still people don't have to do that. You know what I
Right.
mean? You know.
Yeah. Yeah, they can be like, "These are the hours."
Yeah.
Eh,
And that's it. You either deal, and some people have like, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not.
right, right, right. They don't wanna get there when the place opens. They certainly don't wanna be there earlier.
Yeah. Mhm.
But I do think that while the soft life is not expensive vacations and
Mhm.
handbags and
Mhm.
taking pictures on yachts, it is about living a life that brings you like joy, brings you comfort, that brings you ease,
Yeah.
right? And less stress. And so if getting your nails done is something that reduces your stress level,
Mhm.
it brings you joy, right?
Mhm.
It makes you feel good about yourself.
Mhm.
Then that to me is a part of the soft life. But I
Yeah.
know when we did our episode about the soft life, we got some comments from women saying, "Oh, yeah, they can't afford the soft life. The soft life is expensive
Mhm.
and they have to work. And what are they supposed to do about money? And
Yeah.
where are they going to get a rich person or rich
Yeah.
man?
Who's gonna fund
Who's going to
this
fund it?"
so-called soft life that you speak
Right,
of?
right. But that's not what it is. I don't know where this definition came from or where this morphing of the original definition came
Yeah.
from, that this is what the soft life is. It's about women just doing as little as possible.
And I think they also look at the soft life as doing nothing all day ever. Like you're in this mode 24/7. And that's not necessarily it. I'm not saying that that's not a maybe a category of it, and some women may be able to do that or accomplish that. But it could be something super
You mean
simple,
no chores, like no
like
cooking, no
like
down.
yeah, or me getting up at 7 to go get my nails done, or get dropped off to get my nails done at 8, for a person who coming in before the store opens at 10, and it's nice and it's quiet and it's soft in there, and I'm getting my nails done, and you know
Mhm.
what I mean, that just that 1 hour a day. A lot of times we've been so conditioned that you hear people say, I have to hold it all together, because if I don't, everything falls apart, because they look at the soft life as equating it to being lazy. And that's just simply not true. That's not
Mhm.
true, you know?
You mean getting rest.
Yes. As being lazy, when actually I feel like, so especially Black women, we've been raised directly or indirectly, however you may look at it, to be strong, to be resilient, to be self-sacrificing, to look at our identity as being strong, because we look at softness as being weakness, and
Awareness.
or
Oh,
being or putting yourself in an unsafe position if you're too soft.
hmm.
And I think that we're looking at the two meanings of soft different, because me living a soft life doesn't necessarily mean that I'm soft and you can run over me. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I think that we're looking at it different, and because we feel like we don't have 24 hours 7 days a week to dedicate to it, then just doing it for 2.4 minutes doesn't necessarily say we're having a soft life,
Well, this whole idea, and I think that's what you're touching on now, is one of the reasons that some women are not able to tap into their soft life,
Mm-hmm.
is this myth of the strong Black woman,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you have to, which is, I guess, the opposite of soft, right? Strong
Mm-hmm.
versus soft, where you don't ever really have permission to be
Mm-hmm.
tired,
Mm-hmm.
to ask for help, to slow down, to
Mm-hmm.
really just be a woman
Mm-hmm.
and human,
Yeah.
because we have been conditioned as Black women to constantly be working and doing. And
Yeah.
so, because we've always been told that we need to be working, we need to be doing, we need to be proving ourselves
Mm-hmm.
in our work, and whether it's your work at home or even your work in the office, right? And your work at home, even you're not supposed to be, keeping up with the kids and keeping up with
Mm-hmm.
all of their things if you have children, keeping up with the house, making sure that that's clean, keeping up with family members and making sure they don't need anything, keeping
Yeah.
up with what's going on in your community and your church and your neighbors and all of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
if you're not doing that, like if you're resting or you're sitting down even,
Mm-hmm.
or you're taking a nap, then you're being lazy.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the other side of that is you're just literally just running yourself into the grave.
You are, because generationally we have been taught to be in survival mode. And to be fair, not we've been taught it because it has been a learned behavior because of the environment that we are always in, especially as Black people, from systematic racism to racial tension to being overlooked, overcast, belittled, the whole 9 yards. So we have been taught to survive, not thrive, but truly just survive. In that survival mode, sometimes it's hard to turn off. It's
Mhm.
just sometimes it's just so hard to turn that switch off, because many of us come from a lineage that all they could do was survive. There was no ease. There was no priority that was set upon them. The priority was everything else and everyone else. Mothers and grandmothers, they worked and they endured and they pushed through. There was no real softness, no ease. They have no options, no luxuries. And their mindset was, I just don't have time to slow down because I am literally constantly in survival mode.
Mhm.
How do you get a soft life when you are on high alert 24/7? you know
Well, I think the first step is to realize that that was them and
Mhm.
that
That
generation,
was
and that
it.
doesn't have to be you, right? Like that doesn't have to be your generation, and
Mhm.
that doesn't have to be your life, because they taught you that because that's what they knew and
Mhm.
that's what was needed by them at
Mhm.
that time.
Mhm.
But now we have gotten to a point where our parents wanted us to have more than what they had. They wanted us to
Mhm.
have better than what they had. And some of that could be more than just money, right? It could be more than just houses. It can be more than just nicer cars
Mhm.
and, nice schools. It can actually be, I want you to be able to take a vacation. I want you to be able to rest. I want you to
Yeah.
be able to sit down. I want you to not feel like you have to be going, going, going
Mhm.
constantly and taking
Mhm.
care of everything all the time, like I had to do, because I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
I didn't have a choice of whether I could stop or I can sit down, because that was all that I knew how to do. And if that's
Absolutely.
all they know, then they can't really teach you anything
They
different.
can't teach you different. That's right. That's
Right? People basically just teach what they know. They don't teach what they don't know. And
Mhm.
so, because that's what our grandmothers had to do, and it might be challenging, especially if you have a mom or you have a matriarch in your family
Mhm.
that is still feeling like, you know, you do too much of this resting. And why do you only have one job? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I don't even know if you're working. Are you working? Because it seems like you're at home a lot, right? Even if
Yeah.
you're like working from home, or
Mhm.
you take a day off from work and they're like,
Mhm.
are you sick? Like, what's going on? Like, why are you taking any days off from work? Or they
I've
don't.
heard people say, "Oh, you work from home. You ain't doing that. You work from home. You can do your stuff. You can do your laundry. You could do." I mean, it's like
Yeah, they don't think you're really working if you're inside like your
you're
home.
home. Mhm.
Yeah, not realize, and not to mention, if you are working from home as a woman, that's a luxury, right? So why are you trying to add more things to me? Like, oh, you could be cooking, you could be clean, you could be doing your
Yep.
laundry, you could be
Yep.
doing all that. Why? I'm working. I'm already doing one thing, right? I'm already doing the one thing in my home. Like, this is not a time for me to start adding chores.
So let me do it. But there lies that pressure to overperform. That pressure in many spaces, especially professional ones, like they feel like they must, overperform, work twice as hard as others, be twice as prepared, and prove their worth constantly, especially Black women, you know, period. We always have a microscope on us, and we can't afford to be soft because we got to stay sharp, because they're looking at us twice as hard. They're looking at us, twice as long. So we have to, and it's true. It's not something we fabricate. It is
No.
absolutely true. So I feel like sometimes it's hard for us to get out of the overperform mode. We overperform at work because we have to in order to just survive. And then
In the workplace,
yeah, and then when we
not necessarily going to elevate you.
yes, exactly. And then when you come home, it's like you're still in that mode to constantly overperform to eventually you're just down a rabbit hole. So soft life seems so far, out of reach from who you are or what you're doing at that moment.
Well, this is why I feel there are like simple things that you can be doing
Hmm. Hmm.
to get your soft life. If we are saying that the soft life is about ease and comfort and joy
Hmm.
and healing, right? Healing
Hmm. Hmm.
from whatever your past hurts and pains and things are.
Hmm.
You could be doing something very simple like we talked about before of just setting boundaries and
Yeah.
saying no. That can get you that can be a part of your ease, right? That can be a part of your reducing your stress levels because
Yeah.
women definitely need to reduce their stress levels.
Hmm.
And it's something as small as that.
Yeah.
Just say no to something this week that you know that you should say no to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just say no to that one thing. Just say no to like one thing. And that could be for you getting to your soft life or tapping into your soft life. It's like
Hmm.
setting boundaries and saying no so that you're not constantly being run down and
High
taken
alert.
advantage of. Yes, yes, absolutely. And be okay with that too. Like
Yeah.
that's the other part. Or
Yeah.
not be okay with it, but just do it. You
Yeah.
don't have to be okay with it.
I
Maybe you
read
just
uh
gotta do it.
I printed it. I read somewhere that they said that
And don't explain yourself. Don't explain. Just say no.
I
And
read somewhere where it says women feel that they don't have the luxury of a soft life because it lacks emotional safety. That softness requires safety emotionally, physically, and financially. And many women have experienced disappointment in relationships, being unsupported, and having to do it all alone. And so, softness or the soft life feels like a risk to them, and if they let their guard down, who's going to be there to catch them, to take care of them? They feel like they have to be financially set comfortably before they can even tap into the soft life, because if not, they don't feel safe in that space.
mm.
What do you think about that? I read that article saying that.
Well, I mean, the same person who's been taking care of them themselves. I don't know. I mean, I feel that many times women don't put enough appreciation on how far they've come and what they've been able to do.
Yeah.
So if you've been able to take care of yourself thus far in life, and maybe you are a single person or a single mom or caregiver, and you are single,
Yeah.
and you've been able to keep food on the table, you've been able to take care of yourself and take care of those that are in your care,
Mm-hmm.
then why would shifting that not continue to allow you to still be able to take care of people? Now, I guess if you're thinking the only reason I'm able to do that is because I work these 3 jobs and,
Mm-hmm.
I'm constantly on the go and I never do anything for myself. And that's the only reason I'm able to maintain. Then I would say that some of that might be your thinking as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're thinking
Absolutely.
that that's the only way that you are able to survive
Yeah.
that way, when
I
you've
think
not tried any other methods, you've not tried
right.
anything else that might lend itself to still allowing you to take care of yourself, but in a better way.
But I also think they feel guilty, like they feel guilty of slowing down if they even try to slow down. And I'm speaking from experience. I should be doing more. Other people have it harder, or I can't relax yet, especially when you're used to being the helper, the fixer, the backbone, the controller, the nurturer, the server. You
Where
got
does this
all these
idea come from where
skills,
we're always
you know?
comparing ourselves to what other
Yeah,
people are doing? What
always.
is that?
You
Like,
know,
every my life is so easy, and even though I have to do 500 things, there's someone else who has to do 1,000 things.
mhm,
And so
mhm.
because they have to do 1,000 things, I only have to do 500 things. I don't see why I can't do these 500 things. Like, what is this comparison
Yeah,
to other people's
the
lives?
sin of comparison. Well, I don't. I just I think that that comes from people longing and wanting. You know what I mean? And I'm
Mm,
gonna get back. I'm gonna get back to that because I heard this guy that I've been following, this influencer and CEO entrepreneur, talk about when people compare and they look at other people and they think that other people have it better than them. I'm gonna come back to that,
So
but I
that's the
want,
opposite, right? They have it better or worse.
yeah, or
In
worse.
this case, you're saying other people have it worse. I
Mhm.
have it bad, but they have it worse. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to
So I'm
continue
just gonna
down
keep on
with
going.
my bad because it's not bad as their worse. But that
Mhm.
doesn't make any
But that doesn't make
sense.
sense because your worst is your worst.
Right.
Period.
That's it.
Period. It really
Exactly.
is. Yeah, I agree.
It
I
really
totally agree.
does.
I can remember though when it's saying guilt around rest and joy and I should be doing more. I can remember when I stopped working and
Hmm.
I was just around this house just just exhausting myself, just busy, busy, busy finding stuff. And I can remember talking to you, and I was just in tears and I was just trying to figure it out. And my anxiety was so high. I was talking to a therapist, I was just going through all the things. And you said to me that it sounds like you're so busy doing that you forgot to start being. And I think that that in itself is a part of introducing yourself to a softer life.
Mm.
Auditing,
That's the key, I think,
yeah,
right there.
yeah,
Instead of doing, start being.
start
Start like
being.
living
Mhm.
more into your like
Yeah,
feminine.
in your femininity, into in your moment, outside of the chaos. You know what I mean? Choosing peace over chaos, choosing alignment over exhaustion, and choosing yourself without the internal guilt when you choose yourself. And I just that stuck with me so much. You saying you're so busy doing, Denise, that you forgot to be. You
Mhm.
forgot the whole being of human being. It doesn't say human doing. It's human. It's human being. And I mean, you laid into me. I just sat there and cried and just listened to you. And I can remember getting off the phone thinking, here I am almost 60 years old and I am guilty because I'm not doing enough. And
Right.
here I am, my friend finally says to me, sit your ass down, stop doing, tap into yourself. About to have a nervous breakdown and start being. And I think that is the first step. To be honest, Kamisha, I think that is the first step to your soft life, even if it's 5 minutes a day, because those 5 minutes are going to feel so good that eventually you'll increase it to 10 minutes, and you may
Mhm.
increase it to 15 minutes, and then before you know it, you'll have 2 3 hours out of your day where you really really tap into you, to yourself,
Yeah.
and that is what stuck in my head, is that your soft life is about being and not about doing. Just being in the moment.
Mhm.
Talk to yourself lovingly. Tap into who you are for 5 or 6 minutes and stop doing. Don't know half the people that are around you don't appreciate 75% of the shit that you do anyway. They really don't. They just expect you to do it, to be
They
honest.
appreciate it because they know your
Because
capacity.
you're
So
gonna
they're
do it.
like, oh, you can do more. If
Yeah.
you can do
Yeah.
that,
But
it makes
sometimes
me
I
look
just
good
don't have
too.
the capacity to do more. Sometimes I am working on fumes. I'm working on the residual. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so I'm sitting here having the
Being
aha moment.
versus
The first
doing
step
is
what
where
is your
you need to
being?
start.
Mm-hmm.
How are you being
Mm-hmm.
you as a woman moving about in this world?
Yeah.
And are you being somebody who is taking your rest? Are you being someone who is finding more time for yourself? Like
Mm-hmm.
you said,
Mm-hmm.
even in the morning, if you just take the, additional you take 5 minutes or 10 minutes before everybody else gets up
Mm-hmm.
in the house. And you don't sit and like do a list. You don't sit and what is it? All
Yeah.
the things I need to do. You just
Right.
sit there maybe and just be quiet, right? Or you sit there and you get yourself a cup of coffee and you
Yeah.
just look at the birds or you watch the sunrise
Mhm.
or you just try and be at peace, right? Before
Mhm.
everything else like starts waking up and
That's right.
moving into chaos. And
Mhm.
so that could be a soft life step as well,
That's
right? Taking
that's
charge
right.
of your morning before other people start taking charge of it.
Of
Like
your morning.
don't get up and start looking at your phone. Don't
Mhm.
do that
Yeah.
because all that's going to be on there is
Stuff to do.
messages that people have sent with requests for shit they want you to do.
Mhm.
You might have calls that you missed. Now you're feeling guilty because
Mhm.
you missed the
Mhm.
calls. There's going to be some kind of news on there that's going to upset you and get you, completely off of your morning.
Yeah.
Or there could be, something you're looking at on social media that like pisses you off. Like, oh, this person has
Yeah.
posted something that makes you jealous or upset or angry.
Mhm.
It's like,
Mhm.
I think that this whole cell phone, social media, all of this stuff has added to women's levels of stress,
Yeah.
unease, anxiety, and
Mhm.
then there's this desire always to make sure you're on top of everything anyway.
Yeah.
So now you have this phone that's supposed to have everything that you need in it, but that's just adding to, your feelings of unworthiness,
Mhm.
frustration.
Mhm.
It's like,
Mhm.
how about that? How about you just start there? How about
How
every
about
morning, maybe at morning and night,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Before you when you get up in the morning,
Yeah.
just get up.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
get up. That's it. Pretend you don't have a phone. Leave your phone out in another room somewhere. So it's
Mhm.
not even right on your bedside when you wake up. Have it somewhere else and just wake up.
Mhm.
Maybe just lay there
Lay
for
there for
5
5 or 10
minutes.
minutes. Yeah.
And that's it. And don't do anything. Don't
Yeah.
don't get your phone. Don't get, any message. Don't look at any of
Mhm.
that stuff that's gonna like
Mhm.
disturb your day. Just say some gratitude,
Mhm.
prayers, some gratitudes or some prayers, or just
Mhm.
look at the ceiling, like whatever it is that you do, but don't start by allowing other people to tell you what you need to be doing for the day.
Mhm. The soft life
You need to be
starts
resting.
Soft life starts by being. The soft life starts by beginning your day in a way that you want to enter the day. So,
Yeah,
how do you want to enter your day? Do you want to enter your day in chaos? Because if you jump right up doing, serving, doing all the things for other people, you've already started your day in a chaotic form. I'm not saying it may not get there, but in all intentions, start your day entering into your soft life, even if it's just 5-10 minutes to lay there with the lights off and just not talk to nobody.
exactly. That's a great way to start. I think
Mhm.
so. And once you do start getting into your day, if there's messages that you don't return or
Mhm.
requests that are given to you and you decide I don't want to do it, or if there's a call that comes in and you just let it go to voicemail,
Mhm.
so be it. And don't
Mhm.
feel guilty about that either. because that's the other part. It's like, oh my gosh, somebody, I missed a call. It's
Yeah.
like if the
It gives you
world is
anxiety.
ending, nobody's calling you to
Mhm.
tell you the world is ending. You're gonna be able to see that outside. So whatever it is that they are calling about is not that important. It can wait until you are, ready to address whatever the need is, because it's probably something
Mhm.
somebody else needs anyway. So
Yeah.
whatever the need is, they're probably not calling to be like, oh my gosh, you're so wonderful and fantastic. I just called to say I love you.
Mhm.
No,
Mhm.
no, no, no.
Mhm.
So you also can not respond immediately to
Yeah.
everybody's like requests of you and pulling
Yeah.
on you as well.
But everything is not for you to carry. My husband tells me this all the time. Why are you trying to fix something that is not yours to fix? Why did you grab that? Why did you take control of that? That wasn't even for you to fix. Now you have taken on that entire issue, that entire problem, and now they're looking onto you to fix it as if the problem initiated within you. That
Right.
wasn't your problem. That wasn't your thing to fix. It wasn't for you to carry. It never belonged to you. So
Yeah,
you picked
but
it up
see, I
and
feel like
now
women don't always know that, right?
yeah,
Like if something comes to us, we feel like it's coming to us
you
because
gotta fix it because we gotta fix it.
why are you
Mhm,
bringing this to me if
mhm,
you don't want
mhm,
me to do something about it?
mhm,
Right. So now
mhm.
you brought it to me. And even then, sometimes, even when it's not your thing, like, your husband is saying, but if they make it your thing, then you're like, I guess it's my thing. They said I'm supposed
Yeah.
to be doing it. I suppose I should be doing something about it. Not even really thinking, maybe this isn't for me. Like, maybe
Mhm.
this isn't for me to solve. Instead of you holding on to it, you just give it back to them and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not going to take that right now. I'm going to give that right back to you.
You know,
And I think you can handle
I
it.
got into a really huge argument with my oldest daughter. She was going through an issue and she called me and she was just just letting me have it, just venting, letting me have it. And I just sat there, just listening to her, just sat there. And then I said to her, "Well, what do you want me to do?" And then it's like she got so angry, and it wasn't that she was angry with me, she was angry with the situation.
Mhm.
And I feel like she wanted me to say something to fix it, but I honestly didn't have the answers. You know what I mean? So I said, "What do you want me to do?" And it seemed like she got angrier with me because I didn't have the answers. And so she started,
Because you
and
should have the answer.
yeah, because mom always has the answers. And then so she got angry and it's like, "Mom, I didn't want you to fix it." And so she got offended. The
Hmm.
next day she was fine after she slept on it, processed, and she came back, she apologized, we talked through it. But unbeknownst to her, when I got off the phone with her, I felt good. I was hurt
Mm,
that she was so angry, but I felt good that I didn't pick that up to fix it because it
mm,
wasn't mine to fix. But in a normal situation, I would have picked that up and then I would have carried that stress and
mhm.
carried that hurt and that pain. And I think me not knowing what to do was my blessing in disguise, because me not knowing what to do was me not having to get that thing and fix it. And
Mhm.
it figured itself out,
Right.
you know?
Many times things
Mhm,
will figure themselves out, but
mhm,
you're right. Sometimes it's not for you. Maybe
mhm.
you're just there to listen, and then you're
Mhm.
like,
We don't, and as women, we act like we don't know how to listen. That's one of our problems. We act like we don't know how to
we're
listen.
listening
We
to
just,
solve the
we just,
problem.
we just have to solve it. We have to solve it. We have to figure it out. We have to give you all the answers. We're like Olivia Pope. We're the fixer. We got to do it all. We don't know how to listen. You
Well, I
know.
think we don't do ourselves justice either by being so accommodating
Mhm. Mhm.
and being, the what's the word? Enabling, right?
Mhm.
Enabling people in our lives, like allowing them not to do things for themselves, allowing them to lean on us to get
Mhm.
things done for
Mhm.
them. And I have started, as my children have gotten older and they're like in their 20s now, but even
Yeah.
even when they were younger, and it was interesting because I think my husband was kind of like, well, why are you having them do that? Like, can't
Mhm.
you do that? I'm like, I don't want to though. Yes, like I
Mhm.
recall when they were, because also, when you grow up in a different time, and as I did, and I was, part of the whole like latchkey
Yeah,
generation.
me
We were
too.
very responsible. Like we
Yep.
were doing all kinds of things on our own at like 7,
Mhm. Yep.
kids at like
And yeah, 8, 9.
17
We were
are still trying to figure
yeah.
out, like, how did you do that? Like, how did you
Mhm.
even do that? And so I was little. I probably was like 10 years old. I lived in an apartment, so we didn't have a washer and dryer. So we had to go to the laundromat to like wash our
Mhm.
clothes, fold our clothes, all this stuff. Learn how to
Mhm.
iron at a very young age.
Me
And so
too.
then when my sons, they had to learn how to iron because they needed like shirts and slacks and all
Mhm.
this stuff for school. I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'll
Yeah.
show you like how you can do it,
Mhm.
and that's it. And if you, after I've shown you, and a friend of mine said this to me before, because she was going on about how like some parent had said to her, your son, he, showed up with some like a wrinkled shirt or whatever, and she's like, that's on him, that ain't on me. I already showed him how to iron his clothes. If he shows up with a wrinkled shirt on, I feel
Mhm.
like that's a reflection on him. That is not a reflection on me.
Mhm.
And so, but I think it was harder for my husband to get that because I'm like, I've shown them how to iron. They know how to iron. Yes, it's not
Mhm.
going to come out perfectly.
Yeah.
Sometimes they might forget to do a sleeve or whatever, or it
Yeah.
might be a quick once over and it hardly looks like they've ironed it. I
Yeah.
said, but I'm not going to take it over.
Yeah.
I'm still not taking it over. Like I've
Mhm.
already given them ownership of that. And then
Mhm.
why would I want to take that back? Like
Yeah.
why would I want to give that away
And
and then
then take it back.
because you were uncomfortable with them taking on this, what to me was
Mhm.
a very small
Mhm.
responsibility.
Mhm.
And I think that happens for women many times too, where we allow people to tell us what we need to be taking on. They
Yeah,
allow them
I
to
agree.
tell us, like, oh, you gave this thing away. It wasn't really time to give it away. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give that back to you. Instead of
Yeah.
being like, no, I don't think
Nope.
so.
Nope. Nope. It
I'm
was
not taking that back. Like
mhm.
whatever their clothes come out like is what it comes out like. If they have something unusual that they're ironing and they need some help and guidance, that's what I'm here for. But
Mhm.
I am not now all of a sudden going to be like, I'm gonna iron all of their clothes again. And no, 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 no.
But that's the other part of something I read too, that other women don't like to see other women live their soft life. It's
Hmm.
like, why do you get
There's a
to
jealousy there.
yeah, why do you get to live like that? Why do you get to enjoy that? Why do you get to, that was one of the things that I was reading in comments. I go right back to this Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex,
Mhm, mhm.
that when I was reading comments about her show, that was like the majority of some of the comments, like, who do you think you are? Why do you get to live? And I'm thinking to myself, like, why wouldn't you want that? Like,
Mhm.
what? Like, what is so bad about her having a life that she has worked for,
Well,
earned,
I think that's just
married into, whatever the case may be,
that's them seeing her life and not knowing how they can get that life. And then instead of trying to figure out how they can get that life or saying, oh my gosh, that's so wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I would like that life. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
no, she doesn't deserve that because I can't have that life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's where that comes from. It's not for
Mm-hmm.
her to now start questioning her choices. It's the
Mm-hmm.
other person who needs to. Like I was told before when I was younger that I like laugh too much,
Mm-hmm.
I smile too much. Are you kidding me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
who is telling people that they are smiling too much?
Mm-hmm.
Women, other women,
Yeah,
that
other women.
you're smiling too much, that you're laughing too much. And I'm thinking maybe you don't smile enough. Like, maybe you don't laugh enough. You're busy
Mm-hmm.
trying to tell me that this is what I'm supposed to be doing less of because you're doing none of it.
None of it.
But
Mm-hmm.
all that says to me is that this is a reflection of something that you're lacking or something that you would like to have in your life. Like you would like to be able to laugh easier. You would like
Yeah.
to be able to smile more,
It it's
but
it's
you can't.
it is so crazy to me. It is so crazy to me when I see so many women on social media putting other women down for the littlest of thing. Like they'll take away something joyful, like a woman celebrating something, and it's like they take it away. They'll say, "Oh, she should have did something with her hair, but congratulations, I'm glad for her." That's not. That is not a
Are you really congratulating me for saying it like
like
that?
really. I see that so
With the
much,
backhanded
Kanisha.
compliments.
Yeah, but I see it so much. People say something negative about the person and then congratulate them, or then, but I'm happy for her. If that's what she like, I'm really happy for her.
Are
That's
you really happy for
are
it?
you like I just it's just it is astonishing to me how many women put other women down through comments and stuff on social media, or the backhand, compliments, or the negative, and then, oh, but I'm happy for her. No, you're not. No, you're not. There's no way you can be. You completely started this sentence off with something so negative and then said, but if that's what she likes, I'm happy for her. Are you kidding me? No, don't fool yourself. You are not happy for her. And secretly you're looking for her to have, a
Downfall
demise,
and waiting for them to
hmm
fall so that you can then be like, see, I told you
Yeah.
that soft life was not what it was
It's
all
not
cracked
what
up
it's for.
to be.
Yeah.
He, waiting for her husband to cheat on her or something. Like, see,
hmm
he ain't like all that soft life either.
hmm
He, was busy out doing whatever.
hmm
And they are just acting as though they're really happy for
Yeah.
you, but they're not. But
Yeah.
again, that comes from the lack of being, right? Because if you're busy working on yourself and you're busy figuring out ways to relieve your own stress, you're busy figuring out
hmm
ways for you to live with ease, you're busy figuring out ways for you to like unload things from
hmm
your plate, or you're figuring out things that bring you joy and gratitude, then you're not going to be in a space where you're
hmm
angry about somebody else. Because if you're looking for ways, your own joy, then when other people are joyous, that can also bring you joy, right? Like
The
that can
joy
also,
is contagious.
yes,
Joy is contagious.
like
Laughter
laughter.
contagious, it really is. And when people tap out of joy and refuse to allow it to do the thing that it's supposed to do, that is some hateful, that is a hateful spirit. I'm sorry. It just really is a hateful spirit. You can feel hate and unhappiness walk into a room. I don't care if there's 100 people in the room, if and everyone's laughing and everyone's joking. If one person walks in that room and walks through that circle and has any type of hate, energy, or tension on them, I swear you feel it immediately.
Oh yeah,
Feel
yeah.
it immediately. That's just how powerful, unhappiness and hate and that type of energy. It is super powerful. So in order for you to stay there in that muck and in that moment, it's exhausting. It really is. I'm here to tell you from experience, it is exhausting to be there.
So it
And
can
it's
be pulling you
exhausting to
down.
the people around you. It's
Yeah.
exhausting to the people around you. I've had my husband call me on the carpet. I've had my daughter call me on the carpet, like, who are you hanging around? Because you are changing. Your spirit is changing. So who are you hanging around? Because you're different. Your character is different.
Mm-hmm.
So and we need those type of people in our life to say, what the hell is happening with you? What, like, who you talking to? Because someone is poisoning you.
Right, right. Well, I mean, it's good when you have those kinds of people, but some
Mhm.
people they don't have that. Their circle are people that are like them, like just negative and ain't
Because
nothing
that's
good
what they're
happening
drawn
for
to.
nobody. Right, and nothing good happening for anybody. Misery loves company, so they're not looking for any good things to happen to you,
Yeah.
and they know nothing's good is going to happen to them. So as long as you all are in that same low place together,
hmm
then
Then
you're
everybody's happy.
or unhappy, happy being unhappy.
Unhappy to be unhappy.
Yes.
Like, if that's what she
That
like,
negative energy just draws more negative. But
Mhm.
if you're in it, I don't know that you always recognize it sometimes.
I
Like you
agree.
said, it's
I
nice to
agree.
have people who can
I agree,
recognize
because if you're in the stench, you don't always smell it.
No,
You
and
take
everybody else
somebody from
smells the same. So you're
yeah,
like, do we
mhm,
really smell? Like, you
yeah,
don't smell, you don't smell.
yeah. It takes someone coming in from the outside to say there's a stench, something's happening. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The soft life. So my recommendation from experience, from experience, from life, from having a family that tries to help me to gear toward it, from therapy. My experience and my advice on trying to live the soft life is do one thing first. Just try one thing, as simple as one thing, something that doesn't need you to buy anything, to use any money, resources, anything. Just one thing. Just try one simple thing that can gear you toward being and not doing.
Yes, I was trying to find my list here of things that we were talking about before that you can do, like right where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we talked about it a little bit. Like we said a few things, like you can take your mornings back and
Mm-hmm.
take 5 minutes or 10 minutes when you get up, not to do anything for anybody, not to look at your phone, not to see what new requests have come in, what new messages, not to read any bad news,
Yeah.
but literally like just create a morning for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Whether it's just stillness, whether it's prayer, whether it's journaling,
Mm-hmm.
or whether it's just simply sitting quietly.
Yeah.
That actually works too.
Yeah.
You know, I know we're told that we should be always doing and going and talking and engaging and stuff. You know, sitting quietly is a way to get back to yourself as well.
Yeah.
Like, do that.
I
Also,
have I have a Peloton, and it has like a sleep meditation app on there.
mhm,
And one time I was sitting on my mat doing this sleep meditation. I'll lay back, and it's like 10-15 minutes. It's just literally a sleep meditation, and it puts you out. And my husband was on the bed, and he was reading or talking or doing something. But it was the funniest thing, because when it was over, I looked up and he was knocked out. So sleep meditation, it works.
helps him.
It
Sleep
helps.
meditation work for him better
So
than
if you need, I'm saying that to say, if you need help, calming your brain down. Sometimes, there are some free apps out there too, or go out on YouTube. There's some white noise or soft music,
Mhm.
rain, the sound of rain. If rain really puts you, I know water signs. We love rain and the sound of rain. So there's tools out there to help you to just kind of wind down, even if it's just 5 minutes.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Or you can do like we did when we were younger. You can just count some sheep to yourself. It's like, go count some sheep. Lay down. I was like, I can't sleep. My mom used to say that. Count sheep. I was like, what
Sheep.
sheep am I counting? We ain't no sheep. We live in the city. Ain't no damn sheep out here. It's like in your head, just count sheep
Count
or
the rats.
count backwards from 100, or something like this.
That was my grandma. Count backwards from 100.
Yeah,
That
but I
mm,
think that those were actually very good tools that we didn't realize, because now
yeah,
you're focused on the counting. You're not
and
focused
not
on
on all the crap
worry
that's
or
going on in your head. Mm,
right, or all of the things that are spinning around in your head. Now you're
mhm,
just counting the sheep that you see like
mhm,
jumping in front
mhm,
jumping in front of you, which is distracting your brain enough that it actually might like put you to sleep, or
yeah.
just make some space from all of the other like noise,
Mm,
So
I
taking
agree.
your morning back is great. And I'm not even saying you need to have some kind of crazy rich person's routine, because it's like, oh, what do the rich people do? Oh, they wake up at 5. Oh, they start exercising. Oh, they journal. Oh, they read 30 minutes. Oh, they no, 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 no. We're only talking about something small
Mhm,
where you can get back to yourself
mhm.
at the beginning of the day, because it also can set the tone. I find that it helps to set the tone for the day.
But
You
to be fair, you say that's some rich person's, that's their system. But that's how they get their day started without chaos.
Well, I
They
mean, you don't have to add all those
no,
things, because they
yeah,
have like a whole routine of,
right.
what
No,
they're
just
doing the
something
first
simple.
hour. Yeah.
Something simple. Even sitting up on the bed and putting your feet on the floor and grounding yourself.
Or
For
stretching.
two
You
or
can just
three minutes. Yeah.
as old as we are, stretching is a good thing. And
Make
But
you
you know,
feel
you get out and something
stretching, babe.
like I was walking with one of my counselors at school today up the stairs. I was like, oh my God, my knee. And she said, what happened? I said, nothing. I said, nothing has to happen. When you get to be my age, I said, you just wake up and then something's hurting. And you can rack your brain all day. Like, did I bump my knee? Did I
Mhm.
kick something in my sleep? No. It's just
Yeah,
hurting right now. It'll
yeah.
probably just go away later, hopefully.
That's
But
what my husband said. He's
out
a
of nowhere.
a disabled vet, and he said he was somewhere today and they were closing, and he said they said 5 minutes, and he was walking out, and he said he was still walking, and the lady said, "Well, did you hear me say 5 minutes?" And he said, "Yeah, but you saying 5 minutes does not change how my bones move, how I'm walking. We move how we move."
I
You
know.
could have said 5 seconds. I'm still gonna move at the pace that I'm
I'm
moving.
moving as fast as I can.
I know. My
This
doctor
is
asked me
it.
how did I hurt my knee, and I was like, walking. What do you mean? How did I hurt my knee? Is that a trick question?
I know.
I was like,
Well, I guess he's thinking you
I'm not
out
a
here doing
football player.
gymnastics.
I'm not a baseball player. I'm
You're not
60.
roller
I was
skating
literally
anymore.
just walking. I was living. That's how I heard it.
You're like, yeah, just stood up, one step in front of the other. You put one
There
foot
you go.
in the
There
other.
you go.
Next thing I
Soft
know,
life. Soft life, ladies.
my
Grab hold to it as much as you can, where
yeah,
you
start
can.
with one thing,
Start it with one thing
one
and
small
it becomes
thing.
your lifestyle.
Yes, set a boundary, take back some of your morning, stop giving your time and energy to things that are not giving their time and energy
For
to
you.
you, you know. Try to get some, more rest, like just
Mhm.
more sleep if you can. Just something that small that doesn't really cost you anything, even if you increase it by 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Try
Mhm.
to figure out a way to get more sleep. Probably just putting your phone down sooner before you go to bed
Yeah.
might be enough for some women, you
Yeah.
know. And start a gratitude practice. I know that now it's a popular thing for people to journal and write down things that they're grateful for. And I know some people think it's kind of woo woo, and they don't know that it really matters, but it does. It actually does. It starts to like train your brain to look for the good things. It starts
Right.
to train it to find things that you're actually thankful for, not things
That's
that you're
right.
upset about, or because those things are easy to find,
Yeah.
right?
I
But
agree.
it's not always easy to find things that are good that are going on in your life. But if you start training your brain, then it'll actually find things. It's
Mhm.
quite an instrument, that
Mhm.
brain of
Yeah.
ours.
Speak it into existence. Yeah. Keep saying every day, today something great is going to happen. Today I'm going to give 5 minutes to myself.
Yeah.
Today I'm going to give 5 minutes to myself. Before you know it, you don't even have to say it. Your body will be muscle memory. You will be giving yourself those 5 minutes. And those 5 minutes are going to make you want more and
Right.
more, you know? Mm.
Yes. And these are all things that are free. Like we said,
Free,
we are not
free,
about that
free
thing.
99. Free
Right.
99.
You don't need to be on a boat in the Maldives,
Mhm.
somewhere sitting.
Although that sounds really good.
That's great if
But
that's
you
your
don't
soft
have to.
life, but that
Mhm.
doesn't have to be the soft life for
Mhm.
you. For
Yeah.
you, it could just
It could
be
be a
that.
soft moment. It don't have to be a soft life. It could be a soft moment daily.
Mhm.
Just
Mhm.
add on top of
But
it.
it can compound, right? Like over
Add on top
time,
of it. Add
right?
on top of it.
If it starts reducing your stress level or starts allowing you to find more,
Mhm.
appreciation for the
Mhm.
beautiful things in life, like that can actually lead to what a softer life is.
Thank you, Kamisha.
Thank you, Denise. So we are hoping that you ladies will share your comments with us if you stayed
Please.
along through our video to listen to us ramble on about the soft life. And is the soft life that you something that you think that you can
Mhm.
obtain?
And I mean, to the comment of who's funding this soft life, it's not about money. Mm-mm. It's
No.
not about money. It's about you. What
Right.
can you do for you for a few minutes a day to get you in a space where you can tackle the rest of the day? You know?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's free 99.
Free 99. Keep blooming, ladies.
Keep blooming.